My folks who are here, if you just want to put yourselves on mute while each of us is talking, that would be helpful. And folks who are joining, welcome. We are back for the next round of 2020-2021 Student Council elections. Today we're voting for the 11th grade representatives. We're going to take about 2 more minutes as folks in advisory get logged onto our live stream before we get started. My folks who are here, if you just want to put yourselves on mute while each of us is talking, that would be once again, welcome to all the folks who are joining us. We're back for another round of student council elections today for the 11th grade representatives positions. We're going to get started with those speeches and votes here in about 2 minutes. While folks are joining us, I'll remind everybody that only 11th grade will be voting today. So my 11th grade advisory teachers, at the conclusion of our 3 candidate speeches, you'll want to go ahead and put that Google form link in our spreadsheet into the chat of your advisory Zoom. But if you're not an 11th grade teacher, there's no need to share the form today. Only 11th grade students will be casting votes for today's election. We'll give it about 90 more seconds before we get started. Give about 60 more seconds and we'll get going, folks. We're seeing those viewership numbers going up on the stream, so we'll get started in about 30 seconds. All right, folks, we're gonna go ahead and get to it. Once again, we are back for the next round of the 2020-2021 Tech Freire Student Council elections. My name is Mr. Blair, and it is my honor today to bring to you our 3 candidates for the 2 positions of 11th grade representatives. To recap where we've been so far, we've elected our president, Keandre Ford, our vice president, Jolie Fashina Lawrence, and our secretary, T. Lee. Those were our only school-wide elections. Starting today and moving until next Monday, we'll be having grade-specific elections for grade level representatives. As a reminder, folks, each grade, 11th, 10th, and 9th, is able to elect 2 representatives who will advocate for their grade's needs within the context of student council and our school community at large. Every 11th grader will get 1 vote for the representative they most want to represent them, and the 2 highest vote-getting candidates for 11th grade reps will both be chosen to be 11th grade representatives. So again, there will be 2 winners from today's election. Everybody in the 11th grade will get 1 vote. We're going to start our 11th grade candidates' speeches today by going to Tajay King, who's going to talk to you about her campaign platform and her ideas for improving the experience of 11th graders in Tech Freire's community. Tajay, whenever you're ready.
Hi, my name is Tajay King. I'm running to be your 11th grade representative. In my campaign speech, I'll be addressing and advocating for things I feel strongly affects our community at Tech individually and as a whole. When addressing people you are not familiar with or you do not feel too acquainted with, you often assume pronouns and gender based off how someone looks or presents themselves. Although this is how we were taught to examine a person, this isn't always the way to go about it. To make students more comfortable in our community, instead of assuming pronouns, I'd advocate for the normalization of gender neutral program pronouns. This would mean asking for pronouns from students and teachers rather than to assume them. For example, when addressing a person you don't know or you're not too familiar with, I would advocate for us to try and use they them pronouns or simply someone's names. Although they is a word to usually used to describe a group of people, it can also be used as a singular pronoun to make people in our community more comfortable. The second thing I'd advocate for is a say in everything. One of my superior traits would be debating and advocating for things that are wanted. I can argue any topic, anything in my grade would like to be done or would like to have a say in, I'd be there to argue for it. I can persuade people as to why it would be important or beneficial as a community. Um, some of the things I'd bring up if elected would be the overload of work and the due dates for it. Some students have after school things they get to attend to, like jobs or programs that they might be enrolled in. As this may as this work may contribute to work ethic, the constant overload of it leads to stress and anxiety. The constant worry of due dates and grades are overwhelming and worrisome. An article from NPR quotes a clinical health psychologist in Maryland named Mary Alvord who says a little stress is a good thing. It can motivate students to be organized, but too much stress can backfire. My plan to eliminate some of this stress is a 1 week plan. In this plan, I would want all asynchronous work due for the week posted on Monday from each class. This gives students a view of what their week is going to look like in time to get ahead so there is no falling back. The benefits of this would be getting ahead in classes, more time to complete the work given asynchronously, and it'll be less stressful to try and anticipate what you have to do the next day and how much time you'll have to complete it. This eliminates the stress of waiting for new work to be uploaded and wondering if you'll have enough time to complete this.
Wonderful. Thank you, Tajay. We're going to kick it over now to Munir. Munir, whenever you're ready.
Buenos dias, everyone. I'm playing this ain't Spanish, but good morning, everybody. My name is Munir, and I'm in 11th grade, and I was speaking to y'all because I want y'all to vote for me for 11th grade representative. I know some of y'all probably don't care. Some of y'all probably waiting to go to your next class, but I'm gonna make this real simple and short. I got 3 rules that I really want to take into action if y'all vote for me. My first rule was to make school fun and productive. What I mean by this is I think that we don't need to do all of this work and busy work that stresses us out. And I think we should have Thursdays and Fridays where we could just come into school and hang out with our friends after, like, at the end of the day, we can go to lunch and listen to music, have fun, all of that stuff, and plan more trips. And not just trips where we go into a certain part that's close to the school, like trips that's like far away, like to the zoo, even nobody like the zoo. But I want to plan trips and I want to have more fun in school because that's less stress on us. My second goal would to be to have days where we could come into school and have scheduled days where the teachers could do lessons that none of us really get or lessons that we didn't understand, and maybe do assignments that we didn't do good on the first time, or if you wasn't there that day we could actually do that day. My last goal would to be limit the amount of rules and the restrictions and punishments for us. I feel like having to stay an hour or 2 hours after school is not good for us. That's not teaching us a lesson. That's punishment, and I don't understand it, and I know y'all don't understand that either. And some of us have jobs. Some of us are studying to become drivers, and some of us have businesses that we run in. And I feel like if that's the case, then what are y'all actually teaching us? That if you can't follow the rules, then you're not going to make it in life, that you have to be punished. That's not teaching us nothing. And also, nobody has time to be coming in 8 hours of school, making it feel like solitary confinement. So I just wanted to, oh my gosh, I just wanted to let y'all know that if y'all vote for me, Munir Ebron, that I would try to, oh my gosh, I would try to make the school productive and fun and better for everybody, because I feel like the GPA system, that doesn't really show how smart we are. That just shows how productive we is in school. And if we are stressed out and have things to do after school, then our GPA won't be high. And I know people that have 2.0s are actually can have a 4.0 if they really tried and was really focused and not stressed out. That's all I have to say.
Munir, thank you for that. We're going to kick it over to our final candidate for 11th grade representatives. That's going to be Miss Sanaya Johnson. Sanaya, whenever you're ready.
Hi, my name is Sanaya. I'm running for 11th grade representative because for the short time I've been at Tech, I noticed that our voices have been overlooked and our ideas have been pushed to the side. If I win, I'll make sure that our point gets across loud and clear in a respectful way. My first goal is to make our voices heard and make a change by having open mics at lunch or after school for the students in my grade to voice their opinions about something that should be changed. But because of COVID, we'll have a Google form where you can drop your ideas. My second idea is to have my peers give me feedback on ideas I have. And my third idea is to work with the other 11th grade representative on ideas to present to the student council. My second goal is to make the school a fun environment by making polls and Google Forms for the 11th grade to choose between or present activities they want. My second idea is to plan a spirit week or full week full of activities for the 11th grade to partake in. And my third idea is to make monthly challenges and help plan trips for us to go on. My third goal is to make programs and clubs for the 11th grade and to make sure that the 11th grade has as much help as they need by making an after-school program that caters to people's interests, organize a system where the 11th grade or any student who needs help emotionally or mentally can get it, because we all go through things sometimes, and I believe mental health is important, and form a group of 11th graders that can help each other out on schoolwork or catch up on schoolwork. COVID came out of nowhere, and I know we didn't imagine our junior year being at home over Zoom. My goal is to make sure that we have an easygoing 11th grade year, whether it's virtually or physically. I think, and I'm pretty sure we all can agree, that our school environment should have fair rules and regulations. We're not little kids anymore, and we shouldn't be treated like our voices don't matter. Our high school experience has gone by really quick. We're almost at the finish line, and I think these last 2 years should be the funnest experience we had thus far. I want us to feel like our opinions are valued and that we spent our last 2 years the way we wanted to. With all that being said, I hope you vote me as one of your 11th grade representatives. Thank you.
Wonderful, and thank you, Sanaya. So folks, that concludes the speeches from our candidates for the 11th grade representatives positions. As a reminder, each 11th grade student gets one vote, and the top two candidates, after those votes are cast, will both be elected our 11th grade representatives. We're going to announce those results tomorrow morning in advisory. So 11th grade teachers, I want to encourage you to get back on our live stream link tomorrow, where we'll announce the results of the 11th grade election, and we will hear from the candidates for the 10th grade representatives positions. So 11th and 10th grade teachers, we'll see you tomorrow. Students, go ahead and cast your vote now on the Google Forms link that your advisory teachers are putting in the chat. Again, only 11th graders are voting today. If you are unable to cast your vote now for some reason, you'll be able to find the link to the 11th grade representatives ballot in the Google Classrooms of Mr. Mike Bouvet. It's been a pleasure, folks. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care and have a fantastic day.